What's up, my fellow patriots? We're out here today at the Freedom Farm. We're going to play a little bit with this 25 Creedmoor. Last video I did, I had my buddy, Officer C, and we started shooting with some of his toys. I was out here a little bit earlier that day to try to get the sighted back in. I changed the muzzle brake. I changed a few things on it. I got the chassis all tightened up, which was loose, causing some of my accuracy issues in the past. And so I got into this. I didn't get a chance to finish sighting this in and tuning it up, so to speak. That's what we're going to do today, along with testing the 133 Berger Hybrid Hunter and then the 135 Berger Long Range Hybrid Target, the LRHT. If you follow my channel, you know I shoot this caliber quite a bit, this rifle quite a bit, and it shoots lights out with this 133 grain Berger. It doesn't shoot too bad with this 135 either. I haven't had a chance to really tune a load with that 135. So it is what it is, I guess. Maybe it's not a fair test, but I've never really done a test with this 133 at distance to see what kind of group we get. Now, I have this loaded with the two loads I use for competition, and that's 42.3 grains of H4350. And then the other load I use is 39 grains of H4350. There's an accuracy note on both of those. Both of them shoot 5 shots in one hole. But I don't know if they do that at distance. I may be losing some stability at distance with these loads. So we're going to test that out today. Also, I have these leftover 135 grains. I'm going to see what kind of group I get at distance with these as well. Compare that group with the 133. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Sometimes you just don't get around to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I had a viewer chime in. He's like, man, you're going to shoot the barrel out of that thing. I don't know how many shots it has left in her. I bought this gun to shoot. And if I shoot out my barrel, so be it. I have a 6-arc barrel I'll slap on here, and we're going to go back to 6-arc for a little while. And I'll order a new barrel once time and finances permit. But there's some guns I own that I've never shot, and that never have been shot. I bought those for a different reason. I really enjoy shooting it. I love this round. I love this rifle. And, you know, we have fun with it. And that's why I bought it. So today what we're going to do, we're going to finish fine-tuning this sight in with this 133 grain. We're going to test it at distance. And then we're going to compare it to this 135 grain. Stay tuned. I've got a big plate. We're going to put it 420. I'm going to put a target cam on it and bring it along for the shots in it. When I'm out here, and typically I don't say anything about it, but when I'm at this table doing whatever, I do try to work on fundamentals of something. Today, my focus is going to be on trigger control and trigger pull. What I like to do when I'm shooting is with these 3 fingers on the grip, I pull this rifle into my shoulder, or in my pocket here on my chest, and I maintain that pressure. And then I all you want is this hinge right there working for you. I made this custom grip. Some guns like the MDT have a shelf, thumb shelf. This didn't, it had an indent, but I made my own thumb shelf bigger on this, and I've built this grip out to where my finger just curls around, and all I got on this trigger is the tip of my finger. Start applying pressure with my finger. When that shot goes off, I want to try to focus on maintaining my finger on that trigger with the press back. This rifle by itself, without me behind it, would shoot, I'm sure, a bullet in the same hole all day long. And it's me that fucks it up, okay? Most of that fuck up is in your trigger press as a shooter. There's other ways to mess up a shot too. But the most common, I would say, is your trigger pull. We've had a big storm system move through this week. It's right now hitting the East Coast and flooding out a lot of things. That just swept through the Midwest. Had a lot of tornadic weather here too. I noticed my wind sock out on the shooting range is not there. Well, there's my wind sock. Wind was too much for it, man. It snapped that thing right off. Huh. We got about a 10 to 12 mile an hour out of the northwest. 29.25. It's the 133 with 42.3 in it. I didn't know which charge this was. I knew it was the 133 grain bullet, but I didn't know which powder charge I had in it. I was low right. This has been riding around on the back of my vehicle a little bit here, which is not good. Oh yeah. These bullets wouldn't load. These must have been newer shells that I hadn't chamfered and deburred. It's got a little lip there at the top. They won't go in that chamber. Run your thumbnail over it, you can feel it. The other day I sat down, cleaned, dechamfered, deburred, and annealed about 300 of these. To be exact, it was 278. Give me a thumbs up on that. That thing loaded smooth like butter. $29.33. I got a little group working. It's low. About 4 o'clock. What I'm going to do is bag this up and bring my reticle to my shot. I'm applying pressure with my 3 fingers, bring it back. Got the tip of my finger. We'll slowly wrap that around, apply pressure to the trigger, and follow through. $29.33. $29.28. $29.50. Average on that was $29.34. ES at 25. SD at 9.6. Having a hard time getting this where I want it to be down there. $29.37. $29.28. $29.22. 3 shots, ES 15, SD 7.7. Average $29.29. What I'm going to do now is shoot a little group with this 39 grain load. Get some numbers on it and compare. 27.26. 27.20. 27.27. 27.33. 27.31. It's not shooting as well as it usually does with this load. I messed with the shoulder bump on these a little bit. I'll work to put that back, I guess. 27.27 is the average feet per second. ES of 14, SD of 5.3. There's that 39 grain H4350. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is me sighting in, getting this put on paper. Starting to get a little heavy on the bolt close with those. Thinking maybe the shoulders on those. I need to check the length of these. I think I may be getting a little long. I have to trim these up a little bit. I brought the big plate out. This is a 24-inch plate, 12 by 24. I know that 133 where it's going to be about. I don't know what it's going to do with those different powder charges or where that 135 is going to land up. What we're going to do is shoot for groups at 420. All right, put a little orange dot there. It's going to be our aiming point. I'm going to put a target cam on this. All right, we got a target cam down there. We're going to start off with the 42.3 grain load. The 133 grain hybrid hunter. I'm going to shoot a 5-shot group. I'm going to hold straight up on the plate. The windsock is dancing out there. See how much this wind moves it. This coming Monday is the great eclipse. We are right in the path of totality here at the Freedom Farm. I'll be out here Monday. I'm going to bring you along for that. That's brilliant. All right, got a re-zero. We'll go up 2 mil. We're at 423. That big plate too, it's like a gong, man. Good group on that. Yep, good 5-shot group. I like this slower load at 2720, 2750. But I don't know if I'm taking the BC out of this bullet. You know, the faster I can get it comfortably, the better BC it's going to have. It's right under the target dot there. We'll see. See how it works here. Nope, that one dropped low. Right next to the target dot. Man, hell of a group. I got one low one though out of that. I'm gonna pause this, we're gonna paint it up, and we're gonna shoot this 135. So this 135 grain, this is loaded with 42 grains of H4350. We'll hold straight up on this as well. Oddly, it's high left. .133 is loaded at 2.83. These are loaded at 2.85. That's right on top of my last shot. Damn, that's right on top of that shot. Maybe I try to invest some 135s. Let's see what happens there. All right, there's the 135 grain Berger, 42 grains, H4350. You can see the 133 up here from earlier. I don't know, guys. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think? What should I be shooting? Here's that 39 grain load with the 133. Had 4 shots. And then I dropped one here. Here is the 135 grain Berger with 42 grains of H4350. Yeah, who knows? The wind could have been different on all those. Tried to shoot them in the same type of conditions when the sock wasn't dancing or was dancing, so they'd all be the same as best I could, but tried to do what I could. Anyway, I do appreciate you tuning in for this little test. Thank you so much. Till next time, stay safe, stay free.
That's all, folks.